The Fox Hunt?
Yeah. That's right.
10 years. What do you think?
Yeah.
It's gonna be like
It's gonna be super fun. Defense. You do whatever you want, dog. I ain't your bitch.
if not.
I'm ready. Oh yeah, you're smoking, my bad. What is that mean with a pancake? About this pan, the Puff LA tastes like bubblegum.
Cornhuskers will boot it away to start the game. He'll bring it out. It's Jordan. And the ball's free deep in his own territory. Once that ball was loose, offense didn't have a chance. Defenders everywhere. It's a turnover.
Well, he tried to lateral it there, and I don't know if that was designed or if he was just doing that on the fly, but obviously it was the wrong decision because they fumbled the football and they give it right back to the opponent, and now they're in good field position.
First down for this offense. The give out of the gun. And he runs it in full. Touchdown, Nebraska.
And how about that start for this offense? First play of the game. You talk about setting the tone, starting fast. That is the exact thing they just did. One play, one score. Nice start for this offense.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. Oh, that's like blowing. But missed the extra point. That's taking advantage of a golden opportunity set up with great field position, and they struck quickly for the touchdown. Fielded in the end zone, it's Moore. Slips through the line. Oh, what vision. He's going to get loose. He will score. Touchdown, Yellow Jackets. Ready to try the point after. And the extra point puts them on top by one. Those opportunities, those returns like that can be such game changers, and everyone was right on point, and he took it to the house. Oh, they knock it free.
The
Cornhuskers ready to go back to work on offense. David, they'd love to do what they did last time and put this one in the end zone.
You ain't lying. They did a great job. The offense was clicking. Everything went well, Palmer. They executed and got the touchdown.
And they really were in a nice rhythm as well. And I'd love to see that here on the next drive, too. Just keep doing what you're doing. Everything seems to be working, and you seem to have this defense on their heels.
And listen, I'm going to move this guy everywhere. He's in the slot this time, but I'm not going to let the defense understand where he's lining up so they can double team him, put him in the slot, put him out wide. Either way, find this guy early and often.
He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down.
Nice job there. Good time between the QB and the wide receiver executing that out route.
And the Huskers have taken it inside the 20. Oh, the defense moved in there too quickly. You think it's never going to work until it does, and that'll be a first down. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. 3 yards, first down for the offense after that penalty. They're looking to get the edge with this one on the toss. And he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, Cornhuskers.
And the offense continues to run the football. The second rushing touchdown from the running back. The offensive line paving holes. Continue to feed this man the ball.
And the extra point is good, and the lead is 6. Lining up for the kick after that touchdown drive. He'll bring it out. It's Moore. And the ball is loose on the return. It's recovered by the kicking team, and they get the ball right back.
Well, he decided not to fair catch that one and take it out, and he probably wishes he had done the opposite because he got blasted, the ball came out, and the coverage team was able to recover it down inside the 20-yard line of their opponent. That is a massive play.
And he'll go out of bounds just short of the goal line, and they've got it right on the doorstep.
Really nice job there by the quarterback understanding it's blitz, and not just that it's blitz, but knowing whether it's man coverage or zone coverage behind the blitz. You've still got to know where your answer is going to be based on what the defense is doing in the back end, and he add the answer to the test right there.
Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Husker.
The identity of this offense is their ability to run the football. They're doing that in this game. That's now 3 rushing touchdowns on the day.
Now a 2-point conversion attempt coming up. Wants to throw. It's Jordan. Pressure coming. Fires a bullet. Now it's picked off. About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. Coming out with it, it's Moore. That gamble did not pay off as they bring him down at the 12-yard line. First down here for the offense. The lone back's got it. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. They have set the tone in this one already inside a minute to play in a wild first quarter. From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. Bulls his way forward. Finds just enough daylight to work his way up to the 19-yard line.
This defense has got to get better at tackling in the open field or gang tackling, because if you need 3 or 4 guys to bring a guy down, have fun with that.
He'll throw on third down. Gonna take a shot at this DB. Oh, he dropped it, and what a missed opportunity early in this football game.
Third and short like that on your own side of the field, you're just looking for a quick hitter. You're trying to get the ball out of your hand quickly, but the timing completely off there for the offense, and the ball falls incomplete.
They told us they were going to be aggressive no matter where they were on the field. Didn't take long to prove it. Going for it on fourth down in their first drive. They're bringing heat. And they got him. A sack denies the try to convert on fourth down.
Some onions to go for it in your own territory like that. I mean, they're treating this like it's a video game. They don't even care. They don't worry about the outcome. No big deal.
Quarterback checking off. Looking to go up top on first down. He caught it. Into the end zone. Touchdown, Nebraska.
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. Listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
And the extra point is good. The lead is 19. That's exactly what you want to do when you have that type of field position. Strike quickly, and they did. One play, and they put it on the board. They already have the lead, and they're trying to build it here in the first quarter with an onside kick. That's why the ball is loose. The offense lining up for a first down play. Back to pass, it's Jordan. Shoots it to the left. Makes a connection. Good, solid pickup there. Now they can start to smell it with a first down at the 31.
Snapshot. It's my first game too.
A new set of downs after the completion. They'll put the tight end in motion. Toss to the outside. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
Well, the linebacker's showing you read and react. He knew exactly where that running play was going, and he beat the football to the line of scrimmage and forced the TFL.
Lost one on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. Quarterback making adjustments with his receivers. He's looking to throw. They're trying to get to him. The sweet feet buy a little time. Grabbed in the middle. It's Moss. Down to the 3-yard line, and that's where they'll have it, first and goal.
And I really like when offenses attack over the middle of the field. Between the linebackers and the safeties, there's usually a soft area that you can usually have some success. And really nice job by this offense taking advantage of those areas.
The Huskers line it up with a first and goal. Wants to go up top. And he's got it! Down, Cornhusker! And with the extra point, they push the lead out a little further. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And they finish it up with a 3-yard scoring toss. They want to get the ball right back here in the first half. They've got the lead going for the onside kick. And the kick bounces out of bounds. They will not get the onside attempt, but they will draw a flag. Line gets set, first down.
I'm practicing.
He wants to throw. He's taking the shot. He's got it.
That was bad on my part. I tried to slow.
The good news is the quarterback knew if his guy wasn't going to catch it, nobody was with that ball landing out of bounds.
Couldn't get anything done on first down. Now 2nd and 10 from the 46. Unloads to the wideout. Pulls it in. And you can see the offense just feeling itself. They've got it down to the 21.
When you're running the curl route against zone coverage as a QB, you know you've got to get the receiver the ball quickly. This quarterback has a cannon for an arm. He showed you on that last throw, and the offense picks up the first down.
Makes a grab at the 6-yard line. It's first and goal. And this is a really important series of plays, a chance to cut into the lead just before halftime. They'll run the screen. Takes it to the house. Touchdown, Georgia Tech.
Man, nice job getting the passing game going. This is big, man. Going to the half. And listen, I know you're trailing, but building some momentum. Maybe this second half, we can keep airing the football out, cutting into this deficit, and who knows what the heck will happen.
And they'll try to tack on 2. Scanning the field, it's Jordan. He's back in the end zone for the 2-point conversion and followed the touchdown as he single-handedly is trying to keep them in it. They are way down and they'll try to cut into it by getting this onside kick. Looks as if the hands team will be able to... And the ball's on the ground.
And you don't see a lot of these. You don't see a lot of onside kicks earlier in the game, especially in the second quarter. You still feel each other out. You're still getting into the game. You don't want to give away that momentum, but that's exactly what they did by failing on that onside kick.
They'll come out on this drive and let it rip. Fires to the middle. Complete downfield. Brought down at the 47-yard line after the 15-yard pickup.
When you play zone coverage, you got a wide receiver that's a beast. It becomes very, very difficult. Got to make sure I play physical and maybe even shade the side.
Oh, picked off. Couldn't find a ton of room on that return, but that small change.
Well, the defense comes away with the pick there with their nickel personnel. I think moving forward, if you're on offense, when you see that personnel on the field, you want to run the ball against it because you got smaller guys out there. Or if you're going to throw, think about quick screens outside when you have tight ends flexed on the perimeter, bigger bodies blocking smaller guys.
Going up top on first down. Can't find it. As he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be second down.
Well, this defense felt coming in that game. He was going to try to throw from the pocket. They could get to him and affect his accuracy, and they did on that last play.
On second down, he'll let it fly. Pulls it in. It's Smith. He's run out of bounds, but not before. Turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a first down. That was a nice pickup, running the drag route and finding that quiet, soft spot in the zone.
Yeah, drag routes not only work against man coverage, they work against zone too. If you can find the soft spot and the quarterback gets it to him early, he can turn upfield, and you saw that right there.
Trying to make magic on the scramble. Nice run there to keep things moving before they force him out of bounds.
And I think this is important for this defense. This will be a big key in the football game. Like, I got to limit the damage from that guy. Because that's a QB that's dynamic, and he can make so many big plays. I got to string him out. I got to make him get to the sideline. But I will say this. I do want to hit him at the end of the runs. I don't want to let him out of bounds and let him get free carries. I want it to be physical.
Wide receiver now comes in motion. The comeback on target. That's where they'll mark him. A very productive play and a first down. They'll immediately call timeout. The Cornhuskers have it with a 1st and 10. He's looking to throw it. He's got it. Score! Touchdown, Huskers!
And it's now the second time this wide receiver has scored. Another outstanding job with the route. Great job securing the catch.
Two-point conversion attempt is coming. To the air, it's Jordan. Makes the grab in the end zone for the 2 as they extend the lead. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And the score comes on a 12-yard touchdown pass. This is ultra aggressive. Still in the first half, got the lead and going for the onside kick. And a few anxious moments, but the hands team is able to fall on it.
We're only in the first half, and I don't think anybody had onside kick in the second quarter on their bingo card. They were trying to catch the opponent off guard, but it didn't work. Now let's find out what this offense can do. You have got to make them pay for gambling.
Comes out throwing on first down. Keeps it going. He'll pull it down and run. Crosses the 30. He's got a lane. Big gainer there that'll look good in the stat column, but not quite enough to put any points on the board before time expires here in the first half.
That's the end of the first half. With the score, Nebraska 41, Georgia Tech 15.
Go ahead and roll the dice to start this second half. They're lined up for an onside kick. Not much drives more anxiety. Oh, it's loose. Oh, looks like the offense was able to recover it.
Man, how about that? You come out of the locker room, you just had a little bit of a break, you rested, you told your club we're going to come out, and now we're going to be aggressive. We're going to kick an onside, even though we're winning and you failed. Now this defense better step up and respond.
And he was able to get away from one tackle, but plenty of help was on the way. Decent pickup on that play.
Guys have the backfield now. It's not just run the ball downhill anymore. You got to be versatile. I got to be able to trust you in the pass game, and I got to be able to throw you the football. You can do that right there. I know you're going to catch it, and I can depend on it.
They think there's room to run to the right here. And the Huskers will keep this drive going.
And a lot of coaches put a lot of emphasis on situational type running, right? When it's a goal to go to situation, short yardage situation, like when I need to run the football and they know I'm running the football. Right there, I haven't had a lot of success, but I needed a few yards to get the first down. Great job by the offensive line, creating some space and getting the first down.
Shakes off the tackle. They finally get him on the ground, but the big running play moves the change for the first down.
Well, right away after picking up the first down, they go right back to their playmaker at running back. And I love the push they got up front, getting a hat on a hat, opening a huge hole for the back.
And you become so hard to defend when you can run the football successfully on first down. You're starting like that. Now what opens up? Play action. Now
Touchdown, Nebraska! And the punishment has been extended.
I'm on fire!
Say there's no more loyal fan base than the one at Nebraska. Well, this guy is becoming their hero in this performance.
And Nebraska fans have a special place in their heart for a quarterback that can run it, that can throw it, show you all the dimensions of their game because they've had so many great ones in the past. And this guy, he looks like the future.
On to attempt to try. And with that extra point, the lead remains in the gargantuan category. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And the score comes on a 17-yard throw for the touchdown. The kickoff team out there set to boot it away. The ball squirts through the end zone. That'll be a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. The Ramblin' Wreck offense rolls back onto the field. To the air on first down. Caught over the middle. It's dealt.
I'll tell you, I love the play call on first down here. You're just trying to find an easy completion, and the shortest throw on the field for a quarterback is finding your biggest target, and that's the tight end. Nice job.
That last completion sets him up on second down. Moving the running back, trying to get the D to tip its hand. Caught in the backfield, it's Jordan. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see which way that's going to go. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. Here comes the offense on first down. Looking to move it through the air. He's going to let it go. And he makes the catch inside the 20. Touchdown, Yellow Jackets! And once he got loose, it was all over. Now they'll line up for what they hope is automatic. Right down the boulevard. This offense prides itself on going after you, and they did with that long touchdown pass to finish off a 2-play drive. After that score, they'll try to build some momentum here in the third quarter and get it back with an onside kick. Few anxious moments there, but the hands team true to its name as they make the grab and get the ball. And here comes the Nebraska offense back onto the field. This offense has really been clicking in the game so far, Jesse.
No doubt. Everything their play caller is dialing up, these guys offensively have been able to go out and execute, David.
Yeah, and it's just maintaining the lead. Keep doing what you've been doing. You got a big lead. Let's just keep piling it on until they find an answer.
Hit hard just as he releases it on first down. Just couldn't get it to the receiver. After misfiring, it's second down. To the air, it's Jordan. Got his man quickly. They almost got a first down there. Stopped a yard short. It'll be third down.
And I think this receiver's forte is his route running. He's a guy that can line up all over the field, but it's not just catching post routes and goes. This guy can run shallows. He can run slants. He can run the option routes and find soft spots in the defense. This guy really has all the routes in his toolbox.
And they dialed up a shot play, but they couldn't hook up.
Third and short in college football today, you see so much more pass than you used to. The offense stays aggressive, and I think they stay aggressive because they know they're in field goal range. They got that 3 in their back pocket.
4th down and 1, and they'll go for it. The receivers telling the quarterback what they see. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Now improvising. He's got him, and they convert. Well, they just drained all the suspense out of the 4th down conversion, moving the chains easily.
That's a great example of the receiver knowing exactly where the 1st down marker is. He got the depth he needed to get, so once he was able to make the catch, he already knew he had it, and now a fresh set of downs.
From the gun, he'll try to throw. Touchdown, Cornhuskers! And the stomping has commenced. Like a Thanksgiving turkey, they're just being carved. No shot. They have no idea how to get in this quarterback's head.
He's on fire. Everything he's doing is working defensively. We got to figure something out. We got to try to do something a little bit different. Bring more pressure. At this rate, shoot, he's on so much fire. You might as well just send everybody. Blitz everybody, live with the results, because everything else ain't working anyways.
Takes a snap, wants to throw. Coming after him. And good coverage there to knock it away and deny the score.
That keeps the score. Nebraska.
Now they'll try to get another possession with an onside kick. They were ready for the onside kick and executed perfectly, and they secure the football. They knock him down behind the line, and the defense finishing this 3rd quarter in style.
That's the end of the 3rd quarter of play. With the score, Nebraska 54, Georgia Tech 22.
They'll start the drive here with 1st down to open this period. Looking to throw, it's Jordan. Feeling some heat. And the quarterback is snowed under.
Man, I've been there before as a quarterback. Sometimes you just wish the game would already be over, right? You've had nothing go your way all game long. You're trailing late. They're still getting sacks. And you just want to go back to the locker room. You want to get in the ice tub and start healing for next week.
When we talk to coaches, David, a lot of times we zone out when they say we got to get the ball in the hands of playmakers. Except when they get the ball in the hands of playmakers.
And Reese, I think that's smart, right? Like, get your best players the football and get them to them fast. Let them do the rest of the work. You can see he gets the football. He can make somebody miss, make those big plays. You've got to highlight those playmakers.
Hit hard as he released the ball on that 1st down pass, and it never had a chance. The incomplete pass leaves him with 2nd down. He's looking to throw. Dumps it to the back. The short hands, it's Jordan. Good, solid pickup there. Now they can start to smell it with a 1st down at the 31.
Great job by the quarterback throwing against zone coverage. You cannot telegraph where you're throwing the football. You cannot eyeball wide receivers. So great job by the quarterback using his eyes, not staring down his guy, and then throwing him open.
Great move. Now he's got room. Gets out of bounds after the big play, and they'll be set up in business with a 1st and goal. On the doorstep of cashing it in for the offense. He's looking to throw. Floating away. And not much doing there as that defense runs him out of bounds.
And I really like the decision by the quarterback there. And listen, it's early in the downs. Like, don't force it. Don't make a turnover. He tucks it, get what you can get, and then live to play the next down. I like that execution by the QB.
They've moved it forward to the 2. Now it's 2nd and goal. Dropping back, it's Jordan. Quarterback floating away from pressure. And he takes it in the end zone for a touchdown and a little window dressing here at the end of the game. Lining up for the PAT. It's a fake. Holder looking to throw. Ball into the end zone, and it's intercepted. And he's brought down, and this defense gets the ball back for its own.
That keeps the score. Nebraska 54, Georgia Tech 28.
They're down big, but they'll keep fighting to the bitter end and line up for the onside kick here. They'd hoped to get that thing bouncing around, but the hands team is able to corral it. The Cornhuskers ready to go back to work on offense. Firmly in control of this game. We'll see if they just try to run out the clock and get out with a victory.
Everybody on offense here should feel really good about their performance today too, David.
And it's picked off at the goal line. That's a way to make a stand. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
Never say die attitude, and I love that, especially these young players, because they're out there competing. And I know the scoreboard right now doesn't look pretty. They're not going to come back and win this football game, but I just love kids that are competing until there's zeros on the field.
A lot of field in front of them as they open this possession from their own 20. Trying to find his man on first down. Pocket starts to collapse. He wants a big play here late. He's got it downfield for a huge gain. And they don't drag him down until he gets all the way to the 46-yard line. Back to throw, it's Jordan. Zings it complete to the right. He knew exactly where he wanted to go with that one, and they've got enough for the first down.
And you see so many smart wide receivers, so many smart tight ends nowadays that they know where the holes in those zones are, and they work with their quarterback, and they find them, and they sit down in them and make big plays. It's tough to sit back in zone against such smart players nowadays.
From the 30-yard line on first down. Wide receiver coming across in motion. Got it in the middle, it's Jordan.
And this offense is going to have to find more explosive plays. It can't just rely on the dink and dunk. It's going to have to find itself and score more points. Listen, they got beat up today. But moving on in the future, they've got some good pieces. They got to find a way to fit them together, create some explosive plays on this offense, because today they've been lacking.
Here comes the offense on second down. Fires to the middle. Reacted well to the tip and just couldn't squeeze the football. Instead of the turnover, it'll be third down.
And this defense has put a game together. Like, it is hard to put all the facets of defense together. Run defense, pass defense. They've been so good, man. Dialed in. You could tell they were ready. They were fast. They were physical. They dominated this football game.
Here comes third and short from the 24, and this offense does not want to send out the field goal unit. And it's picked off at the goal line. That's one way to make a stop.
The number one objective for a defense is to make the offense one-dimensional. Well, when they're trailing by this much late in the game, they're one-dimensional. They have to pass the football. We can bring more speed on the field. You see it. We know you're throwing the football. Nice break on the football. Nice interception. This one's almost over.
Right on the money to the outside. He dragged the toe, and how about the ball placement? Only the receiver could get it. Some might have the philosophy to milk the clock. Others have this philosophy. Just keep going at them.
Yeah, until you stop me. And I think the offense, you can tell, it's pretty clear. They're going to keep their foot on the gas, continuing to throw the football down the field, attack, make big plays like they have all game long.
Looking downfield, it's Jordan. Trying to beat the D deep. Fires it into traffic, and it's picked off. Takes it the other way. At the 30. At the 20. He'll finally go out of bounds, but he was showing off all the skills after that interception. Great spot to start this drive for the offense. He'll start this drive firing. Throws to the back. Snags it. He gets it in. Touchdown, Georgia Tech.
How about that second receiving touchdown of the ball game. Find ways to get your athletes the ball. They'll do the rest. That's
They thought they had us
fake, and he wants to throw. And good hands there by the defense on that shot to the end zone.
Is no good. That keeps the score. Nebraska 54. Georgia Tech 34.
Undeterred by this huge deficit in the last half minute, they'll line up for the onside kick. Cool as a cucumber as the hands team makes a sure catch.
And this is why you put your hands team on the field most of the time, when you know it's coming, and you put those guys that are great catchers of the football. The first guys, what do? They go block. They go blow somebody up. The next guys catch the football, secure it, get your butt on the ground. And most of the time when you do this, the ball game is over.
He'll take a deep shot here. And he's got it inside the 10. Timeout is called with just 2 seconds left to go. One more play to pad the stats. He's looking to throw. Fires into the end zone. And he is finding wide open defenders all over the field. His 3rd interception of the day. And with that turnover, that'll finish the game. Well, this was an offensive showcase out there today. We thought it would be a high-scoring game, and it certainly delivered.
If you love offense, then you love this type of game. Both offenses going up and down the field, seemingly at will. Throwing the ball, running the ball. But, David, I feel like if you're a fan of defense, maybe this wasn't your cup of tea.
More defense optional. You didn't really get too much of that stuff, but, listen, you got to get a few stops late in the game. You got to get just kind of one stop with this many points that was being scored. You got the stop late. That's why you got the dub.
That's going to do it for us from here. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, I'm Reese Davis, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.
Very nice movie. Very nice. What? None. Okay, let's try it that way. You said tonight? I thought they were short, underthrow passes. Alright, what else you need me to do? Return to the red? I'm trying to get a ring with Nebraska. Oh wait, I have plenty of rings with them, don't I? I'll buy the Eagles when I get back from work. What's your record? Yeah.
Put total weather to crank us up. Fielded in the end zone. It's Cameron. That is a decision he will likely regret. He brings it out of the end zone, and he's knocked down at the 10. Offense getting set for first down. They'll give it to the back. Pushes forward for 3 out to the 13.
I'll tell you, this is a running back who's very, very dangerous, and the defense did a good job getting him down there. But they got to do a great job gang tackling, because this is a guy that can break tackles and turn those types of plays into home runs.
Receiver wasn't ready for the throw, incomplete.
I love the quick decision the QB made there on that RPO, knowing he wanted to get it out of his hands fast. He just needs to make a more accurate throw moving forward.
Didn't take long to need a clutch play on the opening drive. It's 3rd and 7. To the air, it's Kane. Getting some heat. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete and 4th down's coming.
Well, they try to throw for it there on 3rd down on the opening drive of the game. They don't get it, but let's punt the ball away. Let's trust our defense. And, guys, let's also trust this home field advantage and the crowd to get loud, make it real difficult on our opponent.
They'll put a stop to that return at about the 37-yard line. 1st down here for the offense. He's going to pass. Grabbed over the middle. It's Smith. He stopped just a chain link or two away from the 1st down and sets them up beautifully here. This offense has a 2nd down play. From the gun, the running back tries to hit the hole. They've got it to the 49-yard line, and they'll move the chains. Nebraska's had a lot of guys to feed over the years. Mike Rozier, Roger Craig, I am hip. But you don't know who's going to get it with this running attack.
Yeah, but I do know this, Reese. Whoever gets it is going to run the football physical. And Nebraska is going to be very happy. Their fan base will be jacked if they establish the physical ground game, because that's who they are.
Try, lets it fly. That was an eyelash away from being picked off, and that is not the way to set the tone with a near pick on your opening drive. They'll try again on 2nd down after the incompletion. He's looking to throw. Buys a little time. Fires downfield. Got his man. Offense on the move. A big play there. Gets it to the 30.
One of the things that makes this quarterback so dangerous is how accurate he can be when he's on the run. And he's a guy that's looking to throw. He's not looking to take off himself. Showed you that accuracy on that play to get the 1st.
The Cornhuskers are rolling down the field. To the air, it's Jordan. The throw to the outside is complete. And he got away from the defense and takes it in. Touchdown, Husker!
Very nice, very nice.
And what a nice start for this offense. The throw game getting working, getting the touchdown pass. This quarterback getting a little bit of confidence. This passing game getting in a rhythm. Nice start for this offense.
My philosophy on going for 2 is only when you have to. Was to pass. And it's caught, and they have an 8-0 lead.
Gotta love the execution. Not easy to throw down here.
That
The
boy
quarterback
fast,
made a
bro.
good read, accurate throw, and they come away with 2 points.
About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. The Illinois offense returns to the field. The last time we saw this offense, we had to look quick. It was a 3-and-out, Jesse.
They just had no rhythm in that last drive. So someone's going to have to step up and make a play, David, and get this thing going.
Yeah, let's find some juice. Find your guy. Find those plays that you know you can run inside out, forward, backwards. Get some 1st downs. Get some positive momentum.
Gets rid of it. Finds his man. It's Johnson. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is. He just lost track of where he was on the field. Entire body past the line of scrimmage. Illegal forward pass, and they'll back him up. Offense gets set for 2nd down. Looking downfield, it's King. Lofts one high and deep. Oh, what a grab by the defense.
This corner is good in man coverage. He's also really good in zone. That time, cover 3. He's got the deep third of the field, so anything deep down at the boundary is something that he's going to have a play on, and he shows you his ball skills, able to come away with that INT.
On first down, here comes this offense. Wide receiver shows motion. They'll start this drive with a pass. Caught on the outside, it's Smith. And he goes out of bounds after coming up with positive yardage there.
And a really nice job by the wide receiver. You run a drag route, find space. They're in zone coverage. They're not covering man-to-man. Find a little hole. Look at that QB. Y'all get on the same page. You could tell they were, and that's why they got the first down.
He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
And that seemed a little off from the start, didn't it?
That was a big-time play, and it was off from the start because of the play he made.
And I don't think it would have mattered who was playing running back. There was absolutely nowhere to go.
These plays are crazy.
On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. Makes the grab. And they'll get enough for the first down, and that's how things will come to a close here in the first quarter.
At the end of the first quarter, with the score, Nebraska 8, Illinois 0.
And the Huskers come to the line with a new set of downs. They'll throw it on first down. Finds his man. It's Moss. Nice pitch and catch there, and they'll have enough for the first down.
Good hustle, good hustle.
QBs, when you see zone coverage, man, can you manipulate defense when you have a good pocket and you've got time to throw. He had a little bit of time to throw. You can move guys with your eyes. That drag comes wide open. Good throw, good catch, first down.
They'll throw it on first down. Got it! And he will score! Touchdown, Nebraska! Look, it's still early, but we
used to have the shitty ones, now we got the best ones.
You do. It's early, but you got to find something positive. Right now, everything going in the other direction. So how are you going to respond when you've been hit in the mouth early in this football game? Got to find something positive quick.
PAT unit on the field. And with the extra point, they move on top by 15. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And the scoring play comes on a touchdown pass from 22 yards out. They're just about ready to kick it away.
Set to kick it off.
He'll bring it out. It's Cameron. Nothing wrong with the touchback, and they wish they had one right now, but he stopped at the 9-yard line. Here comes the Illini offense back onto the field. Well, the good news about this drive, Jesse, it can't go worse than last time through a pick on the first play.
No, it certainly can't. I think one good way, David, to help your quarterback turn the page is just find him an easy completion here and let him get back into the rhythm.
Yeah, or find him an easy handoff. Just hand the football off, maybe get the ground game going, maybe jumpstart this offense a little bit.
Might as well give it to him again. Nowhere to run on that when he loses 4 on the carry.
Tell you, they tried to go draw in the middle of the field. That back had nowhere to go with the football. He was tackled right away for a loss.
Yeah.
Couldn't get him blocked on that last one. Now it's 2nd and 14. Dropping back, it's King. Fires one high and deep. And he bats it away. It falls incomplete.
Oh, man. The quarterback almost just threw his 2nd interception on as many drives. He's trying to fit that football in there. It gets tipped up in the air. He's lucky that wasn't picked off.
This defense has kept them backed up. Now one more stop, and they can get off the field on 3rd and long. Throws to the wideout. Another incompletion on 3rd down.
It's so nice when you know it's 3rd and long, you know a pass is coming, you worked on it all week, get your feet set at the sticks, understand that quarterback's got to be rushed, get him off of his spot. Nice execution by this defense.
On 4th down, going to the air. He lofts one down the sideline. Into double coverage, and he picked it off. And a big return after the INT sets up the offense for this possession.
And this is obviously not a great start for this quarterback here. 2 interceptions already in this game. He's got to do a much better job with his decision-making.
Two and one.
Will get us underway with the opening kickoff. He'll bring it out. It's Waddle. I imagine he's going to get an earful on the sideline after bringing it out of the end zone and being knocked down at the 11. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. They'll go to the ground. Nice move to stay on his feet. Good pickup on the ground there. Give him 5 to the 16-yard line.
I know the passing game sells, the passing game is exciting, but it's not exciting to get 5 or 6 yards of pop on the ground, but it will be very successful.
Halfway there on 1st down, it's 2nd and 5. Power football with the run. Tackled, but he has a 1st down.
And listen, the offensive line has to do their job, but a really good job by the running back, understanding where his hole is. Go hit it, get the 1st down, don't mess around. Nice job following his hole, getting positive yards.
They've got it 1st and 10 from the 25. He wants to throw. Fires to the wideout. Got his man downfield. Off he goes. The 20. And he'll pop it and take it to the end zone. Touchdown, Fighting Illini. You want to talk about a great way to start the game and set the tone early.
It's so nice to have a quarterback just get himself into the game, get himself established. You make a couple throws, you lead your offense down the field, you score right off the bat. Could not have been a better start for that QB.
Lining up to add another. And the extra point is good at 7-0. Quick strike offense on that three-play scoring drive. And they finish with a huge play in the passing game, covering 75 yards to Houston. Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. Fielded in the end zone, it's Cameron. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. Offense set on first down. Wide out in motion. He'll come out throwing on first down. That's caught. It's Jackson. And a pickup of 8 opens a world of opportunities on 2nd and 2.
And quarterback dropping back, understanding I'm getting zone coverage. All I got to do is be a little bit patient, manipulate that defense a little bit. My wide receiver runs that drag, and I get the first down.
Looking for a man. It's Jordan. It's complete to the left. He steps out of bounds, but it will be enough for a first down.
Nice completion here to this wide receiver, and you're going to see this receiver line up in different spots all over the field all game long. Defense has got to keep their eye on where this guy is because they know he's a big part of this offense's success.
Wants to throw on first down. Showing the arm strength down the left side. And it's picked off. Looking for more room. And it may be down, but what a play to come up with that interception. The Illinois offense returns to the field. And, David, how they would love to stick it in the end zone one more time after that last drive.
And once you get the defense on their heels and you back them off a little bit, you get in a little bit of rhythm, it's really hard to stop, Jesse, and they're going to try to do it again right here.
And if you're this play caller, you're loving what's happening right now because everything you dialed up on that last drive ended up working out. You're just looking at your play sheet. Everything you're picking is working. Let's see if they can pull it off again here.
After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. Here's the handoff. And he's able to find a little bit of running room before they get him down.
Offensive linemen love to run the power. Why? You run power. You run power. Then you can play action. You don't want that defense to be sitting there saying, it's a pass, having the pass block every play. You got to keep defenses off balance.
3rd and short here from the 35. Might take a shot here if this is 4-down territory. Hines is tight end. They'll pick up enough yardage for the first down. They've got it at the 30.
And had they not picked up that first down, it would have been decision time for the head coach, right? You're kind of in no man's land on the fridge. Are you trying a long field goal? Are you going for it on 4th down? But because of the execution there and the nice throw, let's keep this drive going. Let's see if we can get 6.
Illinois coming back to the line with a 1st and 10. Expect some pressure coming from the blitz. They'll leave it with him. And with that stop, we are headed toward the end of the first quarter. Second down here as they go back to work after the break. Looking to throw, it's McCord. A shot toward the end zone. And it's caught! Touchdown, Illinois!
And this receiver is on fire. He's got all the skills that you look for in a big-time target. And that's already his second touchdown of the game.
They'll try to tack one more on their score. And the extra point makes it 14-0. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. They closed it going up top for the final few inches in the score. About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. From inside his own 15, trying to follow his blockers. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. And here comes the Nebraska offense back onto the field. Now we'll get a chance to see if they can answer that last score, trailing by 14, Jesse.
Yeah, and at this point of the game, I feel like offensive...
And that's a live ball. Oh, and he gets it back. A fortunate turn of events.
Man, those are backbreakers. Defensively, you get so excited. You force the fumble, I'm going to get a turnover. And the offense falls on the field.
Second down after the offense averted absolute disaster. Well, the quarterback can make a big play when he starts moving around. And he scoots his way to the first down and then slides to avoid the hit.
Second and short is a great situation to be in. And look at him. He drops back to pass the football. He doesn't have to throw the football. He wants to be aggressive, but he can just take off and scramble. Doesn't have to take a chance. Great being in.
And there was nowhere to go for this quarterback, and down he goes. We've made our way to the 2-minute warning, and now they'll try to at least cut a little something off of this lead before the break.
Everything hard.
A first down sack can wreck a drive. Let's see what they've got on 2nd and 14. Quarterback reacting to what the D is showing. Back to throw, it's Jordan. Unloads to the wideout. Finds a man on the right. And it is a chunk play, a huge gain on that one before the defense brings it to an end.
And you just could not allow that to happen defensively, giving up a big play like that. They're going to need to now play with some sense of urgency if they're not going to give up any points here before the end of the half.
A shot toward the end zone. And he's got it. Touchdown, Cornhuskers.
And I tell you what, that passing touchdown, man, that should spark this whole team. Like, the comeback is more than on now. Like, they got the touchdown. They cut into the lead. You want to get a stop and go into the half, get all the juices, all the excitement, and be like, listen, the passing game's rolling. We got this.
We needed that one.
And after the extra point, they've cut the lead in half, down 14-7. Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. He'll bring it out. It's Jordan. No idea what he could have been thinking to try to return that one, and they stop him at the 7. Here comes the Illini offense back onto the field. Jesse looking to take it down the field for back-to-back touchdowns.
I think it's really important for them moving forward, too, to have a lot of...
He wants to take the top off. And that'll be incomplete. They tried to hit him with a big one on first down.
I knew that shot down the field was incomplete, but you got to keep taking shots. Those receivers love to go deep. It gives them a breath of fresh air. They get more excitement, and they're going to the quarterback with a little bit more juice because you know you're feeding them. So I would keep taking deep shots down the field.
And the defense finally makes the stop after the sweet run and good gain.
Well, if at first you don't succeed, try again, right? It's been really hard for this offense in this game to run the football, but they finally break off a big run there. That could be the play they need to really generate momentum and get this run game going.
He's got it down the right side. And they'll do more than move the chains. They'll move that thing more than 30 yards down the field before he's finally stopped. The give to the back. And how about the efficiency on that one? It'll bring up 2nd and 4.
Yeah, this coaching staff, they're getting this offensive line lathered up and into a rhythm. Now they're letting them drive off the ball on first down on these running plays, and they're
looking for the end zone. And this is dropped. Incomplete pass. He had a huge gain in his fingers and he didn't hold on.
Well, the game plan's been pretty simple offensively, right? They are taking shots and they're being aggressive, throwing it down the field. This guy's already got 2 touchdown passes. We're still in the first half. And on that last one, he was looking for number 3.
On the option. That play just never had a chance. They knock him down for a loss of 5.
Fourth down coming up.
We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Trying to convert. Illinois comes to the line. On fourth down, trying to find his man. Throws to the wideout. Fires and picked off. Going the other way, and he's got room. The interception stopped the threat, and the return even better as he crosses midfield and gets it to the 49.
And defensive backs, you think, don't have good hands. The big fella shows it. How about that defensive back going up and getting the interception? Nice job breaking on the football. You say that's why you play defense, because you don't have hands? Yeah, I beg to differ.
Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. Looking to throw, it's Jordan. Fires to the right. It's caught downfield. A huge gain on that one. Ran out of bounds, and he has the first down.
What a beautiful throw and catch on this play, and I love the job the receiver did tracking the ball in the air. Nice job of locating the throw and then hauling it in.
Just enough time for one final play of the half. He wants to throw it. He wants it all. And it'll be intercepted in the end zone. And he's dragged down after the interception, and that's how we'll close out the first half.
They decided to roll on the floor.
That's the end of the first half. This is Illinois 14, Nebraska 7.
Third quarter will get underway as soon as Illinois kicks it off. Coming out with it, it's Cameron. I imagine he's going to get an earful on the sideline after bringing it out of the end zone and being knocked down at the 11. The Cornhuskers ready to go back to work on offense. They start this third quarter one-possession game and hoping to get an early drive going.
This offense is ready, and they're ready to take the field here and see if they can get something established. They don't have to change everything and reinvent the wheel. They've had some successes in the first half, so let's get that continued here on the opening drive.
Yeah, and I love getting that break at half to go talk with my coaches and pick my offensive coordinator's brain so I know exactly what I need to do to attack this defense, and I get ball first.
It'll be a 1st and 10 from the 29. Give to the running back. And a really nice run and pick up there before the defense avoided disaster and stopped the really big play.
You're down. Obviously, at the half, you had a conversation. We got to come out and put points on the board. And, Jesse, it looks like they're going to start with the ground game.
And I love this, David, too. Regardless of whether they're losing or they're winning, come out here and try to be the most physical.
Unloads it downfield. And he makes the catch inside the 25. Touchdown, Huskers. And once he found some daylight, it was time to make a house call.
Sometimes it's players, not plays, or sometimes it's both. And when you got that guy and you put him in the slot and you let him burn for a go route right past a nickel corner or one of the reserve corners or a safety, that's a great job by the offense, and that speed you can't teach, and that's why he's in the house for 6.
Let's see if they can roll snake eyes in a good way and get the deuce. To throw, it's Jordan. Throw into the end zone, and it's picked off.
I was open.
The two-point attempt is no good. That keeps the score. Illinois, 14.
In the first second, I got like stopped, and then I was open after that.
About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown.
Set to kick this one.
Fielded in the end zone. It's Waddle. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18.
Will take over. First and 10.
The Illinois offense returns to the field. Boy, they had that last drive moving a little bit, David, but then the mistake just crushed them.
Yeah, and those mistakes are going to happen. You're going to throw the football, you're going to throw interceptions. But I think I stay aggressive with this offense. I get back to what I did in the first part of that drive that made me successful.
I agree, David. Just turn the page if you're a quarterback, right? On this drive, you did a lot of good things there leading up to that pick. Forget about it, move on, play the next play.
Sticks it in his belly. Steamrolls his way ahead. And he gets it up to the 36. It'll be a first down.
Those fullbacks are grown men. Those guys are constantly hitting linebackers and blocking the whole entire game. So when you get a chance to give the big boy the ball, it's always, and you know what it is? It's a morale boost for everybody on the whole field. Everybody gets jacked up, and he finally gets to touch the football.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on first down, man, you are doing just that.
Got 8 on first down, now looking at a 2nd and 2. Give to the big fullback. Dragged down to the turf, but not before getting the first down.
And you gotta throw the fullbacks a bone occasionally, okay? Those dudes have one of the worst jobs on the field, always blocking every single play, down in, down out. When you get those situations, you can give him the ball, give him a bone, reward him for all of his hard work.
Coming out on first down with the play fake. Gets it out fast. And he'll make his way out of bounds after the solid pickup. You know, we joke that the tight end's always open, David, but play action almost makes it impossible to keep him covered.
Yeah, because those guys, they're such good blockers most of the time. They're big and physical, and they sell block for a second, and then they run open and they find holes in zones, or they get good matchups. And, man, those tight ends nowadays are nightmares for defenses to try to stop.
What a nifty run there to pick up the first down.
You ain't getting by all these guys right up the middle unless your offensive line and your tight ends and everybody is putting in the work up front, committing to blocking. The running back does a great job finding the hole, exploding through. How about that nice, big, huge gain? If I'm the OC, let's call that one again.
13.
First down to start the drive after the break. Smart move to keep it on the ground. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
Well, the offense trying to catch him off guard a little bit.
They're burning that
draw
shit. It's
play, but the
stupid.
defense wasn't fooled. Everybody stayed in their lane, and they're able to get the tackle for loss.
Looking for a man. It's McCord. And that one's incomplete. Worth taking a shot there, but couldn't hook up.
And that's an incompletion, and really poor accuracy by the quarterback there. When you're throwing the ball down the field, you don't need to make it perfect, but you do got to put it somewhere around your receiver. You got to give him an opportunity to go up and make a play for it.
On 3rd and long, hoping to throw beyond the sticks. Quickly to the tight end. And he's not going to get there. The defense stands tall and makes the stop.
This is one of those unique situations at the end as a head coach. You're trying to feel the momentum, and what's your confidence in your quarterback? Because you've got 4th, you're in field goal range, but you've got the weapons to get one more completion and ice this thing. So do you kick the field goal or do you go for it?
It's good. After putting 3 on the board, the kickoff player ready to go. He'll bring it out. It's Jackson. That gamble did not pay off as they bring him down at the 12-yard line. First down here with time for maybe one more play until the 2-minute warning. Defense showing plenty of pre-snap movement of their own. Slides away. We've reached the 2-minute warning, and the defense needs to come up with a stop to close this thing out. And now on second down for this offense. Now the quarterback changing the original play call. Dialing up a second down pass play. The sweet feet keeping the play alive. And that is interception number 3 on the day. Not much of a chance on the return, but they'll have the ball at the 33.
When you're down late in the game,
Yeah, that was closer. I thought that's what it was going to.
You can tell quarterback forces the football. Defense comes up with a huge interception.
Here comes the Illini offense back onto the field. One possession game, getting late. First order, it's loose. And the offense gets the ball back. How lucky are they? 5 points of pressure, high and tight.
Then it always seemed like that ball is on the ground for like 30 seconds. You got 17 guys running at it in slow motion. Like, I got to get the football. Offense very lucky to get that football back.
They'll try to pop the draw. They'll get the first down. It's spotted on the 49.
Man, that was a good run, but it was almost even better. Great job by the offense. Keep the running game going. You get big chunks like this. Not only was that a big chunk, it also looked like it could have gone for more.
It'll be a first down from the 49-yard line. The corners are walked up tight. Give to the fullback. And I think they'll give him 2 on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up. Illinois will just try to bleed the clock. Leaves it with the back. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. Running out the clock seems to be a mere formality here as they are ready to snap it in victory formation. This quarterback happy enough to take a knee and head to the locker room, but the defense still does have a couple of timeouts if they want to use them. Illinois runs the punt unit onto the field. The punters have had the day off up to this point, first one of the game. Nowhere to run and nowhere to hide. That is coverage just the way they designed it, and they've got them backed up.
You gave it to number 1, and you landed on number 1.
And here comes the Nebraska offense back onto the field. And they're going to have to fight this defense, and they're also up against it with time, Jesse.
Yeah, no doubt, Reese. And this quarterback now, he's going to have to show off his poise, David. They practice these late-game situations, but how's this guy going to respond?
And I got a little bit of time to work with here, so I watch the defense, and if they're going to drop back and play real conservative like they tend to do late in the game, let's get a few shots over the middle first before we have to take that deep shot.
He's got it. He will step out of bounds, but not before the
ready.
A first down for this offense.
No.
Everybody wants the big play in this situation, Jesse, but he was smart. Catch, first down, out of bounds.
Yeah, and you just got to know where you are on the field, right, Reese? Great awareness by the receiver, making the catch, getting out of bounds as fast as possible.
Looking to go up top on first down. Buys a little extra time. A strike downfield. And chunk plays are the name of the game, and they get one here before the defense finally makes the stop. You're going to hear guys after this game say, got to work harder, got to be more intense. You know, sometimes the harder you try, the worse it gets. And it seemed to me that's what happened out there today.
Yeah, it just never really got into a rhythm for this team. There's no doubt they've got a lot of very talented players on both sides of the ball. So, David, I don't think this is a situation where they need to now freak out and try to reinvent things on either side of the football. Just being in better rhythm early and trying to find that in their next game, I think, would go a long way.
Yeah, and it's just finding a couple of those plays. What do I do really, really well? Let's continue to build on that. Let's take away these negative plays. Let's take away these turnovers. How do we create more turnovers? I think that rhythm you're talking about, Jesse, finding those things that I do well, building on them, and doing more of them.
So that's going to do it for us. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, I'm Reese Davis saying so long. This has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.
Okay, I'll be up later, huh?